Guys, it's Korah here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full guide and review on how to streamline the grinding process for World of Tanks Blitz for each tank in the tech tree. Now, I am actually on my EU account for this video here, and this is because my EU account doesn't have all the tanks grinded. As you can see here, I only have like 5,000 battles played, so not that much battles, and also not that much credits either. And this method I'm going to show you guys is completely free to play. You don't have to spend any money whatsoever or any gold or anything. It's completely free to do it. And yeah, I hope it helps as well. And based on the thumbnail as well, I think you can see this is probably going to be the most streamlined method to do it, especially if you're getting almost 70k XP per game. So it is a very good method, and with my experience, I think this is as fast as possible you can do it in this game. So hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, this video is geared a little bit more towards newer players. Reason why is because on my channel, I think most of the videos I'm doing are for experienced players, but there's a handful of newer players, and we've all been, you know, in the newer players' shoes here before, where we're just trying to figure out the game, how to grind tanks faster and stuff like that. So I hope this video helps these kind of people, and if it does, again, make sure you smash that like button, and make sure also you subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right to it. The point of the video here is to try to show you guys how you can quickly grind through your tech tree completely, you know, as soon as possible, streamline it basically. And a couple things that you guys will need. All right, first off, you will need the ×5 things that you see at the bottom of my screen here with my mouse. Each tank right now has a ×5 one. That's again because of the event that's going on, the victory day. They have a ×5 for your first victory. But there's other ways you can get ×5s, and actually, if you're sneaky enough, you can get a couple of ×10s, and those are extremely important. So before we dive into how to get to ×10, first thing you're going to need is premium account. Now you can see here I have 0 days premium account. So instead of buying this here, I do actually have a couple certificates saved up. Now these are kind of rare because you don't really get them anymore, but the point is, as long as you have premium time, you will be fine. So if we go into our premium time here, you can see we have a certificate for 1 hour premium account. We have 110 of those. Those are super valuable. So I'm going to use that real quick. Now I activate it. There we go. We got our premium time. So exactly what we need. The other thing we're going to need here is boosters. We will need these purple XP boosters. These are the biggest boosters you can get. Basically, if you have the gray ones, you can combine them into blue, and then you can combine the blue into purple. So that's how you get them. Free XP as well. That's kind of like a bonus one. You don't absolutely need it, but it is nice to have. You know, if you're getting a lot of XP, you might as well get free XP off of it, right? So we're going to use all the boosters here for the XP. Now, the last thing we need here is, if you take a look at our game modes here, Uprising. You need a game mode like Uprising. Uprising, to be honest, is the best game mode for grinding. Big Boss is also pretty good too, but I think Uprising is the best. It has, like, you get 3 lives with it basically, so lots of chances for you to farm damage, and the more damage that you farm, the more XP that you get. So this Uprising game mode here is such a nice game mode to have. All right, next thing you're going to need is obviously the tech that you're grinding. So let's take a look at our tech tree here, and let's say we go to the American tech tree here. All right, you can see we have a decent amount of it grinded, but we're on the tier 9 for 2 of the lines here and tier 8 for this one. So let's assume we're going to grind a T30 first. We'll start from the top here. We want to buy this on 15% discount. So let's go ahead and buy this. There we go. And one thing you need to keep in mind as well after you buy it, a lot of people make this mistake. If you guys want to speed grind your tanks, do not waste your XP on modules you don't need. So you see how there's an arrow here, it goes like to this gun here, right? As long as you have this gun, you can basically grind to E4 actually. Technically, you don't need this gun. This is like, so you can play this tank stock essentially and grind straight to the E4. So that's what I'm going to do here. However, again, just a disclaimer, please only do this in game modes, all right? Playing stock tanks in normal games is not fun at all. It takes forever. The only reason this works in game modes with ×5 or ×10 is because you have, you can grind it basically in, like, let's say 5 wins or something. Yeah, it's very, very quick to grind tanks like this. So essentially you can play a stock gun essentially for what, 5 games, and you can basically have enough XP to grind the entire tier 10 that you're looking for, right? So instead of wasting 70k XP and 40k XP on the engine and the gun, not worth it. Just skip all these modules and use your ×5s or ×10. And that brings me to my next point here. So guys, how do we get ×10s? Well, you see this event here we have here. We have a luxury lounge event. These are very nice. Now, look here. There's a ×10. You can actually get 5 of them. 5, what's it called? ×10s. And there's 2 of them in each set. So basically, you get 10 ×10s, guys. 10 ×10s is enough to grind, like, I don't know. If you have a good game, it depends on the games that you get, obviously. But if you have a decent game and you have your full XP booster and your premium account and everything, you can make I don't know, like almost 50k XP per game, you know. And that's not to mention as well, there's a very nice feature. However, this feature is only when you have like you're playing on a touch device. You can actually watch ads at the end of your games too. Ads will give you 50% extra XP. So let's say you have a ×10 game and you get like what, 50k XP, like base XP, right? You watch an ad, that's another 25 XP, like 25k XP added to your thing. So you're basically almost researching 100, like close to 100k XP in one game. It's a little exaggerated. Let's say 75k XP. I mean, that's pretty, you know, like doable if you have like a really nice game. So first thing we need to do here with the luxury lounge event is we need to get enough diamonds, and obviously you need to get the steel bars or whatever these things are. So to get diamonds, actually, there's easy ways to do it. First of all, we can use our boosters, and as you saw there, we have tons of them. So let's go to our certificates here. We go to our boosters. You see all these like blue and gray ones? We're going to combine all of them into purple ones. That way we have as much boost as we can to trade them for the diamonds there, which are like super useful. So we're going to slowly work our way up. As you can see, I'm combining all the boosters into blue ones, and then the blue ones into purple ones, and then the purple ones are the ones we can trade. So all of a sudden we have like 1,000 boosters basically here, right? So we go back to our event here, 10 boosters for the XP. Try to trade, let's say, yeah, I think this is a decent amount, 700 boosters for diamonds. All right, worth it. Again, same thing with the free XP, around 680. I think that's a decent amount. And now we need the crew XP boosters. We can trade like 32 is all right. All right. I don't really like to trade the cooldown boosters, but as you can see here, now all of a sudden we have what? We have enough to buy 1,500 thing here, the ×10. So that's what we're gonna do. There you go. You can see ×10. Congratulations, you got a ×10 XP. Alrighty, now we have ×10 for our T30. So let's quickly equip it. We'll equip it right here. And once we're done equipping it, we'll head straight into battle, and I'll show you guys how to get all the XP. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, we fully equipped our T30 here. Obviously the equipment is not something I fully equipped, but again, if you're grinding tanks like I am here on my amazing, although I have a million friend requests, you can't see, but I don't actually have that many credits. I have, you can see in the top right there, 4.6 million credits. So I'm really trying to save as much credits as I can here, and I think this is a valuable thing as well. This is my EU account, obviously, so you know, in my EU account, I'm obviously like, I'm a lot more short on resources as I am compared to my NA account. So I think this is more relatable to people who are grinding the game in general. Obviously not a lot of you are going to have millions and millions of credits. So in this situation, I think this is why I made this video on my EU account specifically, because I kind of share a lot of, I think, the grinding experience that most of you guys share, especially the free-to-play players, right? And as you can see, everything we did there was completely free-to-play, by the way. We didn't spend any money so far. Everything is fully free-to-play, and we're going to head right into battle here. So, again, make sure we change it to Uprising. That's what we want. We get our ability. Again, cool stuff. Let's get into battle, and let's go. Alrighty, so now we're in battle, and as you can see, one very nice feature of this game mode here, the Uprising, is you get the speed boost. You see how my tank is going really fast in the first couple seconds of the game here? This is super useful, especially when you have a T30 with a stock engine like we do. Now, we're going to fast forward a little bit here into a bit more action. Now, first of all, we spot the enemies, we climb up, we get a nice shot into the waffle there. And overall, we haven't done a whole lot of damage. Now, we do have that one ability in the top and the bottom right there below my adrenaline. It's basically some fuel thingy, basically. So if you activate it, if you look at somebody and they start driving forward, when you activate it, they take a lot of damage if they move. So it's very useful and easy way as well to do damage while you're not really, you know, like having to shoot anybody that much. So either way, we move up here in this game and we're doing a decent bit of damage. We've killed, we haven't killed anybody yet, but our team has killed, I think, 2 tanks so far. So we're doing all right, but as you can see, we're actually like very low HP right now. We're kind of struggling a little bit, and obviously that amazing traverse that we have, that's like a stock traverse here, since we have the stock engine and everything, is taking us a little bit of time to angle here, but you can see here how this game for me is not really going that well to begin with. It's a very average game, to be honest. So this is actually, believe it or not, is going to be the 70k XP game that we get. So I'm just trying to show you guys it's such an average game, nothing too special is going on here. As you can see, this guy got the Inferno ability, and yeah, that's another ability you have to watch out for, Inferno. Now you can see here, we did actually get Inferno, but we didn't have enough hearts to use it. So in this game mode, you want to try to stay alive as long as you can, at least till you can get around 400 hearts or whatever, and from there you can at least you know, buy your new abilities and stuff when you spawn in the second time. Now we died the first time, and here we're spawning a second time here. Now we do end up in a bit of a like little, you know, 1v1 with this Korah here, who's just staring at us. Now we activate that fuel thing that I was telling you about. There you go. As you can see, he took 140 damage or whatever. He has his ability to play dead one or whatever. We shoot him to get him out of it, and we see that he's moving forward. Now as he's moving forward, this is a good opportunity for me to do a little bit of damage. We do have a faster reload ability, and we also have the max roll ability, so we're going to shoot him in the side here. We're going to max roll him because we have a 75% chance to max roll now with our ability. And he's going to, I think he might give us another shot here, so we're going to try to aim for him. Is he going to cross? I think, yeah, he looks like he's crossing. All right. And so we aim in, we give him a shot, and we max roll, and we set him on fire. We get the kill. Perfect. So far things are looking pretty well here. And we're just going to move up a little bit more into their spawn. Now, as you can see, again, this mouse tank with Inferno is such a dangerous tank to play against. He has a lot of cool abilities that you can see just teleported at the back there. Basically reversed all the damage that he took. And again, in this game mode, like, there's a lot of like funky abilities, but the point is though, some of the abilities allow a stock tank to be really overpowered. Inferno, for example, is one of them. Now in this game, we don't even get Inferno in this game actually. But if you do get Inferno, you're basically doing 1000 HP per shot, you know, so it's a really, with a stock gun, by the way, so it's a very nice ability for stock tanks to use. And this is why I believe this game mode is like the best game mode ever for grinding these kind of like modules, you know, and like trying to grind through a stock tank. It's so nice when you have a stock gun and you're still dealing 1000 damage per shot. It's super useful. And again, the more damage that you do, the more XP that you get, and that's what the goal at the end here of the game here is, to get as much XP as possible. Now as you can see here, we are again in a lot of trouble. Seems like we're gonna die pretty early here. I don't think there's a whole lot I could do. Let's see if we can load the APC shot into him. There we go. And yeah, we're basically just dead. So far you can see in the top left there, we've only done like 3.7k, but we get Inferno, which is huge. Inferno is, like I said guys, is such a good ability, very useful, and you'll see here how useful Inferno is when you have a stock gun even. So as we're driving up to spawn here on the third shell, we activate the fuel thingy, we pre-aim to Sheridan. Sheridan gets a completely nuked, man. Look at that. That's a stock gun, stock T30 gun, 400 alpha gun, and we just nuked the crap out of Sheridan there. He is completely dead, and we get the kill on him as well. Now he used his ability on us, so that's why we're staying still, so we don't take any damage from him. But now we're going to move forward here, see if we can find some more tanks to kill. Now, they do have a couple tanks on the medium side. I think the Standard B is one of them, and I believe the Sheridan's still alive as well, so we got to be aware of him. But we see Standard B, we activate the fuel thing. Again, look at how much damage the fuel thing is doing. We haven't even shot him, man, and we were with a stock tank. This guy took 1300 damage, and we also finished him off with an Inferno shot, so completely cooked the Standard B there with a couple of shots. But we also got cooked ourselves. See how we just took 1000 damage for that mouse tank. Now again, this happens a lot in these kind of game modes. You nuke people all the time, but you also get nuked like just as easily too, right? So it's a little bit hit or miss, but in the situation overall, I think we've done pretty well, and we've won the trade slightly. Now we can see here that it is a 7v4 in the top right on my screen here. So our team basically has 7 lives, the enemy team has only 4 lives. So each tank left on the enemy team here, it's their last life essentially, since they have only 4 tanks. Standard B pops up, we nuke him in Inferno, nice 1040 damage there, but he reverses all of that damage. He does that turn back time ability, but we have our own ability. We activate the thing where, you know, he can't move. We put a nice shot into him there. Now we can see if we can put one more into him. Can we put, no, we bounced it. That's so unfortunate. We bounced that shot there. Perhaps if we hit it, he might have died by now, but yeah, we do die. At the end of the game here, that's our last life. And you can see, again, this game, like, we did okay, but like this was a pretty average game, guys. Like, this is a game that I think you guys could have, you know. It's not like I had an insane game than where I showcased like a lot of technical ability. No, it was such an average game. I'm pretty sure you guys could have even better games than I do. Now we've reached the end of the game here. I did kind of fast forward a little bit, you know, a bit of a jump cut there, but you can see the victory screen. Look at our victory screen here, guys. It's going to give us a crazy high amount of XP for the amount of damage that we've done. Now, we've done 10k damage, which is like a good amount of damage, but like it's not that insane to do 10k damage in this game mode. And you can see with the times 10, we got 50,000 XP earned. And if you take a look at the bottom right there, you can see 21,000 XP earned on the you know, if you watch an ad, you get another 21 XP, like 21k XP earned. So that's a crazy amount. And 70k XP, guys, is almost enough to research like a third of like the way to the tier 10. And you can see here in our base XP, we did get 2.1k XP. So actually, that Arenas Ferrante on our team, who got 4 kills, he got 2,170. So he got more XP than we did, actually. So technically, like I'm saying, guys, you can make more XP than what I did there. Like, what I did there is a good amount of XP. Yeah, 2k XP is a lot, but it's not like that much. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to watch the ad. As you can see, Gardenscapes ad, kind of fast forward through it there so I don't show you. But you can see we watched the ad, and right away, we're at 70k XP here from one game. Now, if you take a look at my T30 here, you'll notice that I have 180k XP in total. That in total there is coming from 3 different games here. So if I can show you guys, I'll show you guys the battle results for 3 different games, and you can see we're only 80 XP away from the E4 there actually. So basically one more game where we get 70k XP and we're good with the E4. So yeah, this is honestly, in my opinion, the fastest possible method we can grind this game from. And I'll try to show you the other results from the battles. Again, they were very average battles. Like, I don't think you guys can really imagine me doing that much impact in the stock T30, you know, in the tier 10 game. There's not much I can do. Alright, and I just want to show you guys the battles I had before this game here. So I had, in this game here, you can see this is my very first game. We did 4k damage or something, got 33,000 XP plus 13,000 from watching ads. So if you add that up, it's around, I think, 46,000 XP. And you can see here, we didn't even have a good game. We're at the bottom of the scoreboard actually with 1,300 base XP there. So nothing special from us, but we're still able to get a lot of XP. And you can see here, very first game, 47.5k XP. That's all I got from that first win there, as you just saw from the battle results. Now on to the second game here. You will see, again, this was my second game. We did 6k damage this time. A little bit of a better game. We got 42,000 XP plus 17,000 from ads. So that's a crazy high amount. I think that's almost 60k XP per game. And you can see we did a little bit better. We're 1,700 base XP, but you know, not an insane game. It's a very average game again, like I said. So this method, I think overall, nothing like too special about it. You know, it's just the most efficient way possible, really. I don't think it gets any more efficient than that. And if you check our T30 here, based off of our second game here, we're at 108k XP already just from 2 games. And if you add the third game, which I did at the end there, that jumps up to 180k XP essentially. So yeah, we're basically only 80k XP away from the E4 after 3 games, guys. That's how efficient this method is, and I highly recommend you guys do it. But yeah. Alright guys, so we've reached the end of the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you guys smash that like button. Also make sure you subscribe if you aren't already. But yeah, I made this video mostly with new players in mind. Now I know maybe there's a couple people who are experienced players who found this useful as well, but I know there's quite a number of new players that watch my channel. And honestly, one of you guys in the past asked me what was like my most painful grinding experience, and to be honest, you can take a look at my NA account here, a Barak on my NA account, and if we go to my tier 8 list here, you can see that most of the tanks I have in my garage have pretty good stats in them. But I remember the Centurion was the most painful stat. Like, yeah, and you can see based on my stats here, 47% win rate, 143 games. This thing was, I had to play 140 games to grind a Centurion basically, and I hated every single one of those games. You know, it was a pain in the ass to grind this tank. And basically, I mean, you know, this kind of question made me realize, okay, maybe there's a couple of you guys who are still grinding with this method. Again, basically this method that I was doing back in the day was just spamming the tank essentially in the normal pub game. I didn't have game modes back then, and hopefully none of you guys are doing that. Again, if you guys want to grind tanks, please do not grind them that way. It's extremely painful and not fun at all. And you can see, like, we basically grinding the E4 in what, 4 wins essentially. Whereas the Centurion, we had to endure 140 games in this thing. So this is kind of why I made the video. I just want to save you guys the pain of like what I went through basically when I was a newer player. But so yeah, I hope you guys found that useful. Hopefully there's a couple more, you know, newer players who are able to take advantage of this, at least before Reforged comes along. And I don't know what they're going to do to Tech Tree, but yeah, for now, this is an easy way to grind. Highly encourage it, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.